Now you give me ice and fire. What's up, everyone, and happy Thursday. You know the deal. The deal is CPI data today with a little bit of a bonus. Klaus, what's the bonus? We got the Fed later today. At 10:15, the Fed should be voting. There was some procedural blocking yesterday, some procedural delaying that went on. So you get me 2 times today. CPI data right now. Well, not right now. In about 18 minutes, we got CPI data. Hasn't been the best for the United States. We got a little bit of charting and a little bit of price action up on the screen. We got some big stuff up on here. What about central bank talk? What about you want to talk about? Let's go to those comments first because we got a few minutes until data comes out. We got Ashley hanging out with us. Good afternoon, Klaus and the family. Rev is saying that track is fire. Yes, it is. I love that. It's actually a good jam, by the way. Let's see. Trick says, is there no end to this man's fitness? 100K run sucking on an inhaler. Yeah, I do have asthma, I admit it. But like I can meditate through a lot of my asthma problems, and then like my real bad ones, it really burns, really hurts, but I can get through it and I can still run. I haven't had my lungs hold me back yet. When I hit like the 50-mile mark, like 45, 50-mile mark, my lungs start getting a little tight and I can't like get that full, so I do struggle a little bit there, but I mean, that's deep in race. I'm not too worried about that. But today we are expecting CPI data to be a smidge on the lower side. Klaus, how much lower is lower? Check it out. We've gone from 3.5 to 3.4 to 3.3. The reality is we need something in the 2s. I don't know. If we get it, cool. Okay, I don't think the market is going to react very heavily on this information. I think the market is more going to be reacting on what we see with the vote later today with the House of Representatives. But CPI data is important because when we look at this, there was a whole bunch of talk yesterday, and the whole bunch of talk from the leaders was this, and this was from the crypto leaders, okay? The talk was, we want to include U.S. investment. We want to include U.S. brain power and development. We want to include U.S. Business pathways, right? This is what the leaders were saying yesterday when they were in D.C. And that's extremely important. Can crypto live without the United States? Of course it can. Freaking of course it can. But it's always nice to have the big kid in the room who's got stupid money, willing to throw it at whatever the F they want, on your side, right? And you got to think there's a lot of smart coding, there's a lot of smart crypto related, financial related people in the United States. So it's also like the brain power that we lose out as well. Although there's also a lot of dumb fucking son of bitches in the United States as well. Language warning if you haven't figured it out by now. So we're looking at this whole idea of rate cuts and we're looking at it being pro-crypto, and we're looking at the jobs and the market and the economy and all this, and crypto being able to survive without the U.S. Yes, but we get the U.S. involved, we've got even more money flowing in. And part of the problem with money flowing in ties into rates and CPI data. If rates stay too high for too long, that stops a lot of venture capital money flowing in. And I know some of you out there don't like venture capital because they do like to do a little bit of pumpy and dumpy, and they're not fans of the RA, okay? Just throwing it out there. They're not fans of the RA. So, yes, we get better rate information that'll help VC money flow in. It'll help general investment money flow in. But when it comes to regulations and so forth, I mean, come on now, let's be real here. United States is still far behind. We saw the debacle yesterday. Crypto Outcast says, kudos for liking to run. Yeah, I really do enjoy running. I enjoy fitness in general. I used to do bodybuilding back in the day, soccer, wrestling, you name it, man. Like, I've done so many things, and I really like running because it helps me get ready for when I climb in the mountains in Colorado. I don't know if any of y'all know that, but I really love the mountains. Like, I really love the mountains. Like, and like the stupid, far out, dumb shit too. Like, I go like way remote, like past where, they go to get you. Like really fun stuff. And to get healthy for that, like, so if something were to happen while I'm out in the mountains, my thinking is this: I have to be able to like crawl, gimp, pull myself something back to where, like, you know, my drop-off vehicle is maybe 8, 10, 15 miles away. So I train really hard to make sure that if something were to happen, I at least have the physical strength to hopefully get me back to where I could get some help. So I know that sounds very grim, but dude, when you're out there in the middle of the San Juans, it is not easy. IPV DZ says hello, everyone. Hello to you all. We have got 13 minutes until CPI data comes out. Central banks is pretty interesting on this, okay? Serbia cuts rates for the second month. That's Serbia. Canada's already cut rates. So, you're seeing people out there already making these cuts, already making it to where they're going to get now the lead on the jump out of the gate financially as well, and that's a big problem. NF says Texas is worried about energy and the cost of Bitcoin. Very true. And I would say this, okay? It's not that they're upset with the energy usage. That's not the problem, because think about this, okay? If you're an energy company and someone's coming in saying, yo, we're going to use tons of your freaking power, they're like, okay, cool. I mean, like, awesome. So you're going to pay us a lot of money to buy a lot of energy from us? Cool. And they're like, yeah, we're going to buy shit tons of energy from you. And dude's like, awesome. Now, what the problem is, though, is they're using a shit ton of energy, but they're not employing hardly anyone. Okay? That's the big problem. Okay? It comes into this. Now, think about like a Walmart. Okay? Walmart store uses lots of energy, right? All the lights, the coolers, all their security systems, their computers, all that kind of stuff just uses tons of power, right? But they employ a bunch of people. So since Walmart employs a bunch of people and uses power, the regulators and the people that be in the government above us are like, dude, we could leave them alone. They're using power, but they're also doing good for the economy. So it is very true that Texas is worried about the cost of Bitcoin when it comes to mining. The grids can handle it, and I'm going to go one step further. It's more of a political thing about, are you creating jobs if you're spending resources? That's the big deal right there. So when it comes down to people freaking out on Bitcoin mining, the problem really comes down to they're using a whole bunch of energy without employing a lot of people. Governments don't want that. Melvin says, you're welcome. Yeah, talking about Canada, my friends up north, my friends do know, cut rates already. We're behind. Serbia cuts rates for a second month. We got that going on. It's an illusion says, I hate running, but I do it every day. I always take 2 days off a week from impact activities, like always. I'll run 5 days a week, sometimes 2-3 times a day, but I have 2 days where I strictly do not do anything where I pound the ground. Like I don't, maybe I'll do elliptical, maybe I'll go on the bike, maybe I'll walk, stuff like that. 5 days a week, 2 to 3 runs a day, 2 days off, and my joints usually feel great. Like even today, like I feel really good. My joints were bugging me a little bit yesterday. I feel like really, really good today, so I'm doing pretty good. Crypto Outcast says, impressive. I used to work out and used to run before I worked out every time, and then I effed my back. Yeah, dude, I had a lot of back problems. I used to be like big into like GH and stuff like that, and naughty stuff. I used to do big time bodybuilding, and that was really hard on my spine. And I'll tell you this, like the lifting is good for you and all that, but it was just the weight that just compressed my spine, gave me all sorts of problems. And so I'm a lot lighter now and I feel way better. BZ is hanging out with us in the house saying greetings. Funky, we know your back is bad as well, sir. And that's the problem, right? You got to make sure you take care of yourself. That's why I love ultra running. Ultra running is the ultimate in taking care of yourself. You know you're wrecking yourself, right, when you do it. You know, like your stupid like 12-hour runs, your stupid like 6-hour fasted runs where you really fucking run yourself into the ground and get sick and you hallucinate and all that stuff. Like, I get it. That's all rough on you. But then you make sure you take the time to recover. You make sure you take then the next week lighter. You start eating better, eating cleaner and stuff like that. So we all break our bodies down, but then you have to do the opposite. You have to build your bodies back up, and you have to build your mind back up too, in your spirit. Because think about this, whenever you feel like shit, whenever you feel like you can't, like whenever, like, that's like signals telling you not to do something. You got to remember, your brain can tell you to do stuff too. I recently did a 12-hour overnight race, and it was rough. Like, it was rough. We had a bad windstorm come through in the first third of it. It was hell, and I was not feeling comfortable. But then, like, I had to click in mentally to get me through it, because, dude, I wasn't gonna suffer fest it and just suck it the whole way through. No, so like you had to use your brain to turn it around, and then I used the brain to turn around, and my legs started spinning. I've been doing lots of stretching and hiking. Yeah, same. Andrew Butcher says yoga is gay, but that's okay. I'm big into mobility work. I don't do yoga so much. I do mobility work because, like, and actually you can see, like, I'm standing right now. Look at that. See, look, white guy jump. I'm standing right now. I got my standing desk set up so that, like, I can actually move while I talk to you guys, and it actually helps because I can kind of loosen my hips just a little bit because I do put a lot of miles on my legs. Let's do a quick roundup of price action. We've got 7 minutes until the data dump. Bitcoin sitting at 58,602, ETH 3148, BNB shining star at 534. Look, I get it. Is BNB sexy? No, but man, BNB has been making people money. 44.8 is the price of XRP. Charles is talking about the Chang hard fork or node or whatever. I think it's maybe I fucked it. Oh, who gives a shit? Anyways, Charles is complaining. Why isn't 88 worth a lot? Charles, probably because you're behind it, my guy. And it's still centralized. ICP sitting at 753. That was a pump and a dump, but still higher than where it was in September of last year. XLM sitting at 8.8. Optimism for those op fans out there. 168. Quant 70, pulling back the bigs. CPI data coming up here in about 6 minutes, everyone. Yes, my hips, I'm standing right now. I've got my standing. I totally rechanged my studio yesterday. And I only have some of my stuff set up right now. And I'm kind of just like, I have things in like temporary blocks, and I'm moving stuff around like on all the walls. And like, I've got like quite a bit of stuff in here. I got my road bikes in here and all that too. So it's a pretty cool room. So I'm just trying to like set it all up. Let's see here. Miguel says, just got on here. Did I miss anything? Just, hanging out with chat, which was cool yesterday, by the way, too. Cool today. But yesterday was freaking hilarious during the hearing. We got CPI data coming out in 6 minutes, everyone. Edwin's in the house here as well. Holy crap. I think we've got like probably 50% of the people that are in the chat hanging out are from across the pond. Well done. In terms of price action in regards to XRP, let's just zoom in just a little bit here and start asking ourselves the question was this yet another dip in a series of continuous dips until we get the Torres action? I'm thinking so. The longer you don't get Torres, the more you get opportunities like this. But I think a lot of people thought we didn't think XRP would bleed into the 30-cent range, where you could see on here this last candlestick, it bled into the low 43s, and there was panic action. So there you go. No, Edwin, not first today. BZ says, Hoskins is really smart, but he is not a good company face. Needs charisma. Yeah, and he does come across as, like, oddly arrogant, and it turns a lot of people off. David Schwartz is one of those, too, right? Like, David Schwartz is a very smart man. Very, very smart man. A lot of really good ideas, and the problem is sometimes when they come out, it's like a swing and a miss, right? And it's not his fault by any stretch of the means. I think it's just he might be too smart for the general good, because, man, like, he just posts stuff, and you can tell he's just on a different wavelength. And again, not in a bad way, just more like just his vibe, you know what I mean? Carlos Bostic says, you by far have to be the coolest, funniest guy I watch. Love the energy. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I gotta keep things energetic. I gotta keep it fun because I actually like doing this. Like, this for me is actually a lot of fun. I get to hang out with y'all. I get to research financial stuff, which is something that I really, really like, especially global finance. I've got dogs walking all around me. That's why my lights are freaking out right now. Guys, go. Go. Come on. Get out of here, puppies. I got the puppies in here. Come on, buddy. I haven't put everything away. I got all my cables still out. Come on, big guy. Here, go out there. Yeah, go out. There you go, buddy. Sorry about that. The dogs are, you know how it is. Stop. No. Go by your brother. Come on. Go out there. No, go by your brother. No. Come on. Go by your brother. Go. Vader, go. Go, buddy. Oh. Sorry about that. I already have 2 dogs in here. I did not need a third and then his brother to come in to make a 4th. Yes, viewers do come first. Taking a look at it though, CPI data coming out in 3 minutes. Here's the thing. Housing is starting to cool off. There's not many sales, so the data pool is low. So we're building up a housing bubble. We're building up a demand housing bubble. It's not translating to price swings. Why? Because honestly, the volume just really has not been there with houses. This has been one of the most boring home selling seasons so far, and it's just Trick says, I just got stung by a bee. Charged me $25 for a jar of honey. Whoa. A local honey here, like a ball mason jar, you know, like something like yay size here. Okay, here, like pretty close to like the size of my phone. You can get that for like 12, 15 bucks. 10 bucks if like you really like maybe get a couple jars. Yeah, so like a jar like the height of like my phone, and I got a Samsung phone. Yeah, CPI data. Let's hope it's good today. You guys know the deal, though. We're going to check out the data. We're going to look at the numbers. We're going to see how the market reacts. I don't know, man. I think because of what we're seeing with the house, I think you're really going to get more focus on that. Now, if CPI data sucks ass, oh, man, come on now. Like, that's not going to be fun. That's not going to be fun at all. Let me take a quick drink here. I got to hydrate. Watermelon burst, by the way. Watermelon burst. Let's get back here to CPI. All right, I got about a minute. A minute until the juice comes out. As soon as it comes out, I will let you know. But yeah, in terms of CPI, I see some waiting on this, but I really think it's going to be big to see later today how many Dems back up Biden and Gensler at the SEC and decide to screw crypto. Frankie says, looking to buy a house in 4 months. Yeah, you could buy it and then you could refi in a couple years, save yourself a ton of money. Edwin says, watermelon with salt. Yeah, this is watermelon burst with salt. And an extra salt pill here ready to go. Yeah, you have to take in lots of salt when you trade. Like insane amounts of salt when you trade. All right, let me just see. I'm refreshing the data. This should be out any second now. Give me a second here. Come on, baby. Give it to us. Give it to us and be good. Come on. Be good. Be nice for once. Like, do something freaky and naughty. Like, make us feel good when you come home from work and be the naughty wife that just needs to get some, you know, some kink on. Sorry, I'm trying to refresh the data here, and there must be a lot of people accessing this because this thing is still not hitting up yet. And I am just waiting for CPI data to come out. If anyone gets a feed on the numbers, let me know. Here we go, CPI. Okay, girlfriend. Here we go, CPI falls 0.1%, gasoline down. All right, cool. Let's read the notes here. Y'all ready for this? All right, CPI for all urban consumers declined 0.1 on a seasonally adjusted rate. The all items increased 3% before seasonal adjustment. So 3.0, there we go. 3.0 is the CPI. All right. I mean, not bad for that. Let's see what they say. The index for gasoline fell 3.8% in June after declining 3.6% in May, more than offsetting the increase in shelter. Again, housing shelter is going to be disgusting. The energy index fell 2% over the month. That's a lot. Gas prices are still a little bit high. Yeah, it could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse. This is just kind of meh. This one was a mess. Here, I'll do this. This is what it looks like now. Or that's what it looked like before. This is what it looks like now. So we went down to 3%. What I'll do right here, let me do this. I'll zoom out for you. I'll give you, this is what it looks like now. So we're still, see what I mean? Like, we're still kind of sideways here. So, I mean, just kind of throwing it out there. Will the markets be excited with this kind of action? Let me see here. I'm going to switch the interval up here. I'm going to shorten it just a smidge. And what we're going to do, actually, let's go to this. Go to the 3. Okay. Got the charts up here in a quicker time frame. We're going to watch things as they unfold. But 3.0 is the data for CPI. My other dog, as you can see now, is covering up the light right here. Her name is Ray. Hi, sweetheart. Ray is like my ultimate protector. For those of you that play Mario Kart, you ever play Mario Kart with like the 3, and you get the 3 red shells and they go around you? That is my German Shepherds that follow me around everywhere. And the girls, I've got them both in here with me right now. The girls do not let anyone near me. It is so crazy, but you're really good, right, sweetie? Yeah, you are a good girl. Are you just going to take a nap? Okay, good girl. You take a nap, sweetie. Crypto is pumping. CPI looks like an XRP map sideways. Yeah, this is good for the market because it did trend down right here, okay? You can see it did trend down, but there's been a couple times that we've touched 3% once in June of 2023. We touched 3.1 in November, 3.1 in January. So are we really making any headway there? And that's kind of the problem. Okay. Trick says the shiny stuff is moving. Let's kick that in here real quick. And if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, feel free to drop it in. Give me a second here. Hey, I wanted my gold price, you jackass. What the hell happened here? I typed that in. Come on. Come on. Come on, you penis. What's going on? Damn it, get back to me. Sorry, I had gold up here really quick, and then all of a sudden it flashed off my screen. Let's do this. Let's put that one in. All right. Let's do this one. And let's put this one on. All right. We're going to go to gold futures. There we go. Gold futures. All right, cool. Gold futures, we're going to put it up on the 5-day for perspective. Boom, there you go, Trick. You've got gold futures up on the screen. But crypto looking healthier after CPI data. I like that. XRP, yeah, 45 too. That's telling you that the market is ready for things to go back to more normal, okay? When you see, like, these aren't pumps, you know what I mean? When you see price movement and very short term based on news and information that comes out, when you see that, you then have to start saying, okay, cool, like, I get it. Like, what is this all about? This is about the market saying, look, we are excited when conditions change to the more favorable side. And that's what CPI data is a reflection of. As that starts getting easier and easier on the consumer, it frees up more money. More money helps what, everyone? The crypto markets. Why? Because retail has been freaking flipping the bill for so long. But right now, let's be real here. The United States is still way behind when it comes to tackling inflation. The United States is still just... It's not in as good of a place as the UK is. It's not as good of a place as Canada is. And I think we have to kind of keep that in mind here, because when we start looking at inflation staying higher for longer in the United States, there's a lot of other capital markets that are affected by that. So kind of keep that in mind, that this is not necessarily such a good thing. Crypto 6 Foot says, feels good to see crypto going up. Now we need the XRP case to be over. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I did a video yesterday and the day before, I've been talking about it, saying, what is the biggest thing holding back the price of XRP? Is it the court case? Is it market makers? Is it Ripple dumping every month? And I don't think it's the Ripple dumping every month. Market makers do have a definite impact. But like I think the case almost like brackets XRP, like especially on the top end. Like it's almost like a rev limiter And then like on the bottom is just the bottom. The bottom sucks ass. Okay, that's just the deal. Sucks ass. But the top feels like a rev limiter. And I feel like once the case is done, once resolution is done, it's like removing that rev limiter and you can actually like breathe more freely. That's my feeling on what's holding back XRP the most. And you got to admit, the case is something that, you know, is just not fun for any company. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a crypto company. It doesn't matter if you're like an emerging tech company in terms of medical tech devices. That's just the deal. So CPI data comes out. The market reacts very strongly to that. What are we doing later, everyone? Anyone? What are we doing later? We're going to be watching the house. So make sure you look for that as well. Give me a quick second, Ola, right here. No, we're not going to be listening to Wu-Tang. Give me a second right now. I want to go on to something. I am going to put myself up on the screen. Why? Because I want to. We're going to go and click on the live button, and then we're going to see this. You see this one right here up on the screen? Okay, you want to get tripped out? You're watching a live about people chatting on a live. How freaking cool is that? But later today, 10 a.m., look for this one in 82 minutes. Look for the one with the red. All right, the vote was rescheduled for this morning. All right, so keep that in mind, that as soon as this stream is over, I'm going to chill out a little bit, and then I'm going to get set up for the next stream. So the big eyes are going to be on the house, and if the house is going to say, you know what, screw the crypto vote, we don't think it's big enough to make a difference, or are they going to be like, you know what, we're gonna hold crypto as a good voting thing. We're gonna back crypto people up. That's the deal. Robert Melvin says it's like Inception. Yeah, we're watching the screen of watching the screen. And yeah, real quick, just wanted to see how everyone was feeling about the market, feeling about the data. CPI data is, you know, it is what it is. Wasn't the best, could have been worse. Good way to put it. It needs to break more, and housing is still a problem. Crypto 6 Foot says, one positive is Trump wins. He is all for crypto. He accepts donations. Crypto, BETH, ETH, XRP, Shiba Inu. It's the thing with Trump is this though, okay? If Trump gets in office, but the Senate stays democratically controlled, there ain't shit you could do, because then that Senate can drag their feet, and the Senate can then just be like, no, we're not voting for this. So realistically, if you really want to look for a positive outcome, you need the House, the Senate, and the presidency all to be in line. Because think, what's the problem that we got right now, okay? The problem that we got right now is you got anything that the House does to pass that's good for crypto, good for finance, good for business, good for innovation. The Senate sees it and is like, look, this is a piece of crap. We're not passing this. And the House is like, but dude, we worked on this. Come on now. And you're like, yeah, but you suck, and we're not going to approve this. And see, that's the thing. So you see it now where, like, if the House and the Senate aren't on the same page, shit ain't getting done. In fact, Warren yesterday, Senator Warren, and I know Pocahontas, okay? I know, just hear me out, okay? Pocahontas yesterday said that the Senate will shoot this down. She said there's no way that it's going to go through the House, but she said if it were to get to the Senate, she says it is shot down 100% guaranteed, and we have to believe her. The reality is the Senate is controlled by the Democrats, and tie-breaking votes in the Senate go to who, everyone? The vice president. So you think Kamala Harris would vote against Biden? Not a chance in effing hell. Klaus, you look like a straight green candlestick. Yeah, I've got my green running shirt on right now. I've got two hoodies over there, a light one or a dark one. I'm thinking about putting them on soon. This room gets really, really, really cold, man. It does. It gets really cold in here with the AC. Because with the stuff running, it like, oh man, this is the room that gets cold. Patrick Dalton says, Sweden in the house, late start, but I'm here. Well done making it to the stream, Patrick. Looking at 3.0 for CPI data. Nothing too juicy on the US end here, but the markets are definitely reacting positive to that news. Let me get a quick drink. I gotta hydrate too. Holy crap. I take lots of salt. Like lots and lots of salt. It's just nuts. Looking to gold. Nice move as well. Look at gold breaking right there. That's a pretty healthy candlestick for gold on the far right of the screen. You need a green lantern. I could green screen stuff on back here too. I could green. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. So that's the deal. What kind of questions, what kind of comments do y'all have right now? Because what I want to do is this. I want to take this stream for a little bit more, and then I want to make sure that everyone has time to do whatever they need to do so that you can catch the stream that's later in about 60-ish minutes, 70, 80 minutes. Like in about 80 minutes or so, we got another one. Good day from Australia. Well, hello, Matt. How are you? Look at that crowd giving Matt some love. Yeah, we've got viewers from all over the place, man. All over. It's so cool seeing that's actually one of the things that I like about crypto too is we can all share within the same thing from all over the globe. And what else can you do that with? Like, I get it. Like, you could do that maybe like with cars. You know, we could all be like, oh, fanboys of like 70s air-cooled Porsche turbos, like real like hard-ons for like really cool like air-cooled turbos. And we could all like come together for that. But remember, like different spec cars, it's not all the same. Here it's the same, it's just our regs are different. So I think it's really cool that we all get to share into this stuff the same. And for me, this is a lot of fun. Andrew Butcher, Canada. The Rev from Canada as well. Steve Wayne says, when you feel bullish, paint your face green, hang the green lantern, and wear that shirt. My racing shirt, my green racing shirt. I love this shirt. It is so comfortable right now. And I love the standing desk, to be honest with you. I do. I've got the standing desk set up. It's just temporary setup now. I don't have everything figured out yet. It's giving me a lot of movement. Like, I feel actually like really good in my hips standing here because I'm able to kind of rock back and forth. I can kind of like step in and out of the camera and stuff like that. I'm digging the standing desk. It was worth the money. Totally worth the money. And I gotta think that it's just gonna make me feel more and more comfortable as time goes on. Crypto markets. What's our catalyst, everyone? I mean, ask yourself that question. ETFs? Okay. I think we got some catalyst in ETFs. Not catalyst in terms of like bullish news. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like catalysts like, oh man, it's just gonna like blow things up. But what about election? What about pre-election pump? Right? What about Micah going further? Micah doing better? Micah doing good? What about other countries out there doing the same? Updating their regs. I mean, like, we have to start asking ourselves, what's the bullish narrative that we're going to be going through that's going to propel crypto through this next phase? When people talk about adoption and utility, look, no. Oh, Ripple case concluding. Yeah, very good, because that affects the entirety of crypto. If they impose just a nasty penalty on Ripple, you know the SEC is just going to find the next one in the line and just screw them over, the next one and screw them over. Yeah, let's just not hope for that. But I want to say, what is the narrative that gets going? Does the ETH ETF do it? I don't know. I mean, like, it's cool, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be as big. I saw an initial estimate on ETH ETF being as high as 9 billion in inflows. In terms of what the market could get up to within like a couple months, like 9 billion for ETH. Okay, I mean, that's not bad, you know. Phil Mester says, good morning from Cali. Well, hello, because I hear the West Coast is the best coast, but I do live East Coast. We have warmer water here, okay? We've got warmer water here, and you guys do have the better weather, but we have warmer water here. So if you want to swim in the ocean, I don't have to put a wetsuit on here. I just jump in there and it feels like I'm in a bath, like a warm bath. West Coast, you got to put a wetsuit on because it's a little bit of chilliness. Alcorta says hello from Texas. Well, hello, sir. I've been to Texas plenty of times. Shit, I've been all over in Texas. My gosh. Solana ETF. That's what Matt Boswell is saying. Okay, ETFs. Now, that's where we start getting a little bit more drilled down and specific. Does ETH ETF help the whole market? I don't know. Maybe small. Odds on right now in Vegas are that Solana is the next one after ETH to get an ETF. Think about that. All right? Solana is in line odds-wise to be the next one to get an ETF. That's crazy. That is fucking crazy. By the way, does anyone want to know what Deaton's odds are against Pocahontas in Vegas? Anyone? Anyone want to know? I'll tell you. They don't have odds for it because it is too far away and it is too tilted heavily in her favor for them to get any action on it. So for them, it would be a null and void. So think about that. That's scary stuff. Market looks better after CPI data. XRP, a move on the news. XLM, always doing the same thing. Check it out. You can see the move right there up on the screen. So obviously, liking the idea of lower rates, liking the idea of interest rates going down. Overall, good. What is not good, though, is that we're probably going to see the Dems protect Joe Biden and Gary Gensler today. That's the honest truth, man, is we are probably going to be doing that today. And I think that's a hard one. That's what she said. The next session starts at 9 a.m. The first hour is going to be basically a snooze fest. I'm just throwing it out there. And then what's going to happen is what, everyone? We are going to be voting on HR 109 around 10:15. All right, that's the idea. 10:15. Here we go. All right. Sorry, hold on. I've got everything up on the screen, and what we're looking for is HJ Res 109. Okay, this right here. HJ Res 109. So make sure you hit the next live stream on that, because I will definitely be broadcasting that one. Their feed has been pretty good. They had a little bit of scrubbing yesterday, a little bit of buffering, I should say. I had to scrub. But yeah, feed was good. So yeah, that's the deal. Let's do this. Let's do this, everyone. Let's end the stream, okay, at 9 a.m. Give me a second here. Hold on. Stream ends at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Next stream starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. There you go. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the stream here for the next 10 minutes, okay? So you got the next 10 minutes. You run the show. Next 10 minutes, you run the show, okay? You tell me what you want to hear. You tell me what you want to talk about, what you want to see. We'll do it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like an hour to myself so I could do a quick stretching session. I have to eat still. And I got to do one extra thing too. I have to get some of my screens ready. So let's do that. All right? Sound good? Sound good? All right, awesome. Melvin says, I'd like an HJ 109 times. Now that's spicy. Yes, that would be spicy. Probably a bit raw as well. Just throwing it out there. CPI data, I don't know, man. Energy, I get it. Coming down, good. Housing, still high. Housing supply, still kind of crappy. Big cities, having some problems. Rural areas, expensive AF. That's the deal. In terms of price action, the more CPI pulls back, the more we're going to see the alts and crypto as a whole move. That is the big key. The lower and lower this gets right here and gets closer to these numbers right here, the better you're going to see the crypto markets as a whole. Rates coming down are like blowing a balloon up in the market, just inflating everything, even laggards, okay? And that's what you have to think about. Even some of the worst performing assets out there are going to get a bunch of relief from lower rates. It's just going to increase, okay, just the amount of money flowing in. It's going to increase confidence, and that is big thing for laggards out there. Rev says, I'd be feeling like ice and fire after that. Dude, you'd be numb AF, man. It'd be like a hot dog that was left on the rollers at the gas station too long, like dropped on the floor, is totally what it would look like. I mean, it would just look like all beat up and stuff like that. So sage, my good man. We call it the so sage. Central banks are cutting rates. Now we have to start asking ourselves, well, wait a minute. Does that put pressure on who, everyone? Jerome Powell and the Fed. Well, let's go to the latest odds, because you know how we do things on this channel. We like the numbers, don't we? 91%. Okay, so that now changed 3 percentage points in 1 day. Crypto Navigator says, second live stream in 2 days. What's up, Klaus? Dude, I've been grinding. I've been working hard, trying to earn your view time, because your time is important. So the fact that you spend time with me is like, I have to respect your time. So I have to respect your time by grinding with good information, and I have to respect your time with making sure that I give you stuff that's pertinent and a little bit of humor to make sure that sometimes you laugh on some of these crappy days. Yeah, sure says rate cuts is not a good thing historically. Rate cuts mean cheaper housing. Rate cuts mean cheaper cars. Rate cuts mean cheaper loans. Rate cuts mean it's cheaper for businesses to expand. Oh, like crypto tech businesses? Yeah, like crypto tech businesses. Rate cuts also mean what, everyone? The consumer has more discretionary spending. Who drives the price of crypto right now? It's the consumer. So yes, rate cuts are good. When rate cuts were imposed last time, crypto was going through a very different thing. These aren't the same situations. Be careful on that narrative. Be very careful on that narrative. Let's hope we get a rate cut next. Right now, you're looking at a 91% chance that they're going to pause, dude. 91% chance that they're going to pause. And this contract date, by the way, for everyone, is July 31st. The real chance for rate cuts, are you ready? Is the September contract. Look what happens when I go on the September contract. You all of a sudden, listen to this, you all of a sudden get an 85% chance. 85% chance that you're going to have a rate cut. Yeah, sure says, look at the Dow Jones Industrial and compare it with the rate cuts. Yeah, think about this. When you're cutting rates, right, what are you doing? You're trying to fix a bad situation that's already in play. So when you look at the Dow Jones Industrials, right, you're now looking at businesses that are in a bad spot. How do you get businesses out of a bad spot? You make money super cheap for them. Guess what? The businesses are in a bad spot for a while. You think they're just going to flip the switch and take rates from 7% and tomorrow turn it to 2%? No, it takes time. So what happens is as they lower rates, all of a sudden business spending starts going up. And as it gets lower, business spending goes up more and more. The problem is there already. Rate cuts enhance business spending and enhance growth. Who wants to expand a risky tech business with 10% interest rate on a business loan? Or would you rather do it at 4%? You'd rather do it at 4%. Why did venture capital spend $6 billion a month when rates were near zero? Because money was cheap and free, and now money is expensive AF, and it's going to take time to unwind this biznacho. That's the chicken and the egg speech. But in this one, we already know what came first. And what came first was businesses are honestly getting hit, right? It is getting expensive for them. It is getting hard to grow. Political move, I totally agree. We've got now, hold on here. We've got 4 more minutes, and then remember, we're going to be going to the second stream in about an hour. And I want to make sure, give me a second here. Let's go to stream and just freak everyone out real quick. Let's go to lives. What you're looking for is this one. This one is going to be coming up in about an hour. Mr. Arnold says, Klaus, you are the man. Well, thank you very much. Y'all are actually the most important. That's why I always put viewers' comments first. Let me take a quick swig of my drink. Watermelon burst with salt. But what we're looking at later today, all right, is what I got up on the screen right now. This is the big vote. Congress is going to be doing their thing. I got to be honest with you. We're pretty much expecting the Democrats to come out and to support Biden and to support Gensler and shoot down crypto. Just being honest with everyone right now. You know I don't sugarcoat stuff. You know I shoot it to you real. If something's got a 90% chance of, odds of happening, well, guess what? That's how I'm going to report it to you. I'm not going to sit and go, oh, but we got a 10%. No. You got to play the numbers. Phil Mistress says, Klaus, thanks for your time. Honestly, everyone, this is a two-way street. Seriously, this is like something I really, really enjoy. Like I've done some pretty cool stuff work-wise. I really have. I've done some cool stuff. I've seen some cool stuff. I've really had like I've had fun in life. Okay. I got to admit, for me, this is the most engaging and fun. This reminds me of like when I used to work like at the big manufacturing places. And I used to like walk around to all the employees and say hi to everyone, like in the morning and stuff like that. And when I used to make sure like I shake people's hands and like I just try to get in casual conversations, like it reminds me of like that camaraderie that I miss. That's like kind of the only thing I miss, but I'm getting that now. So that's why I love this so much. It just reminds me of like when I do these lives of like this nice interaction that you get that's very cordial. That could be very engaging at times. It could be very stressful at times. It could be very positive. It could be very negative. Like when we bring bad news, it's all of that. And I think it's because I'm working with people, and I know this is remote, but I've gotten very used to this, and I've gotten very used to working with y'all this way. And like the video we did yesterday, that was the premiere. I did the chat during the video, and that was so much fun, dude. It was a longer video. But it was so cool hanging out in the chat, even while a video was playing. So, like, it's the engagement that I like. So, thank you very much to y'all. It's a two-way street for sure. Good luck with that race. Yeah, I'm going to be racing here in 2 days. Holy crap, man. Yeah, 2 days I'm going to be racing, and I think I'm going to burn all my matches. Crypto Navigator says, probably right. The market does the opposite of the sentiment. It's not about the opposite of the sentiment. It's about how much time it takes for rates to lower to a fair level and how long it takes for loans in development to start originating from it. If rates go down tomorrow, auto, home, everything just bam, just drops, right? Just drops. But that's only a quarter point. So like if you go from say like a 7% home loan to a 6.75, okay, does that really help you out? Now, if you go from a 7 to a 5.5, yeah, that does help you out, right? So that 7 to a 5.5, that 150 basis points, that helps out your pocketbook a lot more than a quarter. How long does it take, though, to unravel 150 basis points? Could that take a year? Could that take 2 years? You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's the rate cuts are good, but the damage is already done, and rate cuts don't just drop like this unless there's some weird funky pandemic stuff. But like rate cuts just don't usually like drop. Like it takes time like to step down, and it takes time then for origination of financing. Larhale says, you're doing a great job for us. Good luck on the race. Well, thank you very much with that. Womble Stacker says, at least it went down, but still no rate cuts till September. Yeah, September. You're looking for pre-election pump action. Mr. Arnold says, Klaus, I'm glad you're not one of the shillers in the space. Keeping it real 100%. Yeah, that's the other thing. I like doing this too because I cannot stand the shilling stuff. I cannot. I think that is so disingenuous, and I think that is so wrong on so many levels. And what's gotten me more into this is the exploring crypto further and seeing the stories of the people getting wrecked by the junk influencers rather than just being a news channel where you tell people good and bad. That's a big one. Alex Wright says, appreciate you dropping some knowledge. Well, thank you very much. All right, everyone, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play some Ice and Fire. I'm going to go do some stretching mobility work. I'm going to get a quick food thing in. We're going to come back and we're going to stream the house live. And you're like, well, why would we want to do that? Well, that's because these people are poops. And look, they're starting to go into the building, but I'm going to save you the first hour. All right? I'm going to save you the first hour. And then you know what I mean. So, yeah, that's the deal. Okay, everyone, this is what we're going to do. We are going to pause that one because I don't want to screw that up. We're going to put this on right here. You know what we're going to do with this, right? We're going to come on here. We're going to go to the editor super fast. We're going to go. We are going to, yes, everyone, blank me out. We are going to help out the Rev with what, everyone? A little bit of ice and fire. And we're going to mute my mic. I'm going to hang out in the chat, and we'll get ready for the next stream.
Whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.